But anyway, I lost you guys for a moment. And let's get to it. Let's start turning some wrenches here. Before we turn some wrenches, we're going to have to clipperate some zip ties. All right. So, free everything up. Get the zip ties out of the picture. Alright. That. Quite a few of them. Want to keep stuff secure. Run through the woods, whatever. Stuff, grab this stuff and yank it off. Can't have that. Okay. Alright. I don't know. Might be in good shape. Might work. Just the brake cable might have to be rerouted. So, we'll see what happens. Let's get it going on. Get it going on. So on my Coleman, these handlebar bolts are 10 millimeter. And they are tight naturally. Yeah. Socket would be better for those inside ones, right? Grab a 10 millimeter. 10 millimeter. Because everything's metric nowadays. And 10 millimeter with an extension to extend. There we go. All right. Oh yeah, much better with a ratchet. All right. Pretty simple stuff so far. All right. All right. All right. So we won't be needing this hardware anymore. The brackets came with all the necessary hardware. All right. Okay. Look at that. Nice. Let's see. Oh, look at that. We might not have to reroute anything. Okay. So, don't want shit flying around here. Okay. Let's see what we got here. So, what I don't like, China, got this little ridge here. You know, see that ridge? You can see what it does. So, not a big deal, right? Getting that knocked right off of there. It's not billet aluminum. Doesn't seem to be. It's just aluminum. All right. At any rate, that is ugly. Well, let's see where it takes it. Goes through the top. Of course, both of them are like that, right? That little ridge right there. This one's not as bad. That's that, right? The problem here is that these are threaded. Alright, so I don't know if that's going to work out so good, but we'll see. Alright, alright. Okay. Alright. This one. Okay. Yep. So that's cool. At least the threads are the same. You never know what you're going to get. Get them started. Okay. It might be a little longer than they had to be. And I should just get a ratchet instead of dealing with that. So we will get a ratchet too. Right. It's metric, but it looks like 1/4 inch. Just might fit good. No, it's metric. So, which we knew. We knew. How about that? I don't have it. Oh wait, yes I do. That's what it is. I didn't have to go to college to figure that out. Oh, well that sucks. So, not even realizing that they don't go all the way through. So that's a problem. I'm going to have to drill it and tabulate it. But at any rate, just the brake cable is going to have to be rerouted, like we had discussed. So we got to take this all off again. Son of a gun. So there you go. Take this off. La, la, la. Oh man. So I'm wondering if it's just easier to get some different bolts that are a little shorter. Or I could just drill it out. Not that big of a deal. No big deal. Alright. So, that's pretty cool though. It's definitely going to put the bars up where we want them. Let's see. Come on now. These things aren't even tight, but they're just catching a little bit. So, not the end of the world. Alright. So, yay! There you go. You don't want to scratch nothing up now, right? Yeah, they don't go all the way through. Oh, man. That might not work out so good with drilling it. I don't know. Gotta see. Because we might mess up the threads that are already currently there, so Why are those bolts so long, right? I think I'm going to get different bolts. I don't really want to drill it. Or I could cut the bolt. Can I cut the bolt? I could cut the bolt. That's what I think we might do, is just cut these bolts and shorten them. So let's see if I cut the bolts, which they probably don't recommend, right? All right. So obviously, you gotta shorten them. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and crank these all the way down as far as they go, and that'll help me determine how much I need to shorten the bolt. And then we're going to cut the bolts, because drilling these out, well, you know, I could mess up the threads, and for any reason, if I ever wanted to just put the handlebars back to the way they were, then, you know, you'd have to get shorter bolts with nuts and bolt them through, and nah, I don't know. I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to just choose to just shorten the bolts. So there you go. That's down all the way. And we're going to get a rough domestic guesstimation of how much we want to shorten the bolt. So it looks like 1 inch. Yeah, looks like 1 inch. Damn. All right, those things are long. So we're going to shorten them 1 inch. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the nut on. All right. That way, after we cut the bolt and we back the nut off, the threads won't be messed up. So we hope. All right. Get the nut on here. All right. What's up there, Bugsy? My little rabbit keeping me company as he chews a hole in the wall and goes to China, China, China. Okay. All right. That should be good enough. See what we got. And I'll probably go like 1 inch and 1/16. All right. Just zip it flush with the nut. So, yeah, I'm going to go a little more. 1 inch and 1/16. So, yep. Let you guys see this. What we got here. Okay. So, here's the bolt on the nut on the bolt. And looking at 1 inch and 1/16. So I'm going to take my cutoff wheel, hold it right up against that nut where my fingernail is, and we're going to zip it. So we just got to get some zipping material here to zip it. Got my, doing damage. All right, let's see, let's come over here so we can watch Joe mess this up. Nah, well, you never know. Might mess it all up to hell. How am I going to do this now? So really, I should have had the nut the other way. Yeah. See, and I'll show you why. It'll be easier to cut, and I'll be able to hold it in the vise. So, okay. Let's just make that little adjustment, because we definitely want to cut this thing nice. And it'll take a little while to get these bolts cut, but I don't really feel like going to the hardware store right now and buying bolts. So we want to go like this. See that? And that'll be easier to cut along that. And the vise will grab the nut, which is about the same distance as the head of the bolt. At least I'm thinking that that's the way it's going to be. Or that's the way it's going to work. Hopefully. So, obviously this is a pain in the butt, but what are you going to do? Run that back on there. Bugsy, what are you doing? He's all riled up this morning. He's like, you're down here. You're working. Feed me. He's got food. He's just, he's a rowdy little bugger. All right. What are you doing, Skip? You all right? You got food. Don't eat the cage. He's eating his cage. He's eating his cage, right? Look at this crazy little guy. You're a little crazy kookamajunga, aren't you? There he is. Look at him. He's like, I gotta eat this. I'm gonna chew on the wall. I'm gonna chew on a cage. All right, anyway. That's Bugsy for you. He's a rabbit. A little crazy critter. All right, back to work. Let's see. We got 1 1/8. Or 1 1/16. I'm sorry. Yeah, look at that. 1 1/16. So, yeah, that's cool. Now, let's see. Will it hold it in there nicely? So we could zip it. Not really. Well, what I could do is I could put a little piece of rubber around that, you know, just to help grabulate it. All right. And that's, all right, that shouldn't go anywhere when we cut it. All right, so cutter. And my cutter is a grinder. Obviously, we're not going to cut nothing with that. So, this is not what we're looking for. There you go, right there. So, nice thin. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work there. Can you feel the heat, Johnny? All right. All right. All right, so that's seemingly copacetic. Plug it in, and we're good. So we're going to cut it. All right, the cut has been made. Let's see what we got. So, and cutting it just a little bit more wasn't a bad idea because, you know, you can't exactly get it perfect. I have to grind it a little bit. You shouldn't use your cutter as a grinder either, but we're going to do it! So, you know, it might be a little long. We don't really know yet. We measured it. It looked good. We measured 1 inch. We went 1/16 more. And let's see what we got. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's see. Sweet. All right. So now we're going to go back over to the bike. All right. Go back over to the bike. And right there. Now let's see. We'll get one of these out. Put this one in. and see if it goes down all the way. It didn't come with a lock washer because it had the nuts, you know, for the other side. They figured you were going to just, you know, drill it or pass through or whatever, but I'll probably put a little lock washer on that. There's definitely, it looks like there's enough room to get one in there. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Right. Right. Yeah, we could definitely get a washer in there. So, let me go grab a washer. I don't have a washer. At least it doesn't look like I got a washer that'll fit. So, for right now, we're going to have to skip the washer. Let's see what we got here. I thought I had some washers that size. Not critical, but it sure wouldn't hurt to throw a lock washer on it. They are handlebars. Alright. Okay. What do we got here? Yeah, cool. 1 1/16, nipped off the bolt, and she's down flush. So, the name of the game is 1 down and 3 to go. Alright, so we got it. We had to shorten the bolts, but we're in good shape. Get this off. Okay. Okay. That one ready. Now get that one ready. Okay. Put some emery paper. I'm just giving it another little shot. There's just a little edge there. I don't want that. I want that smooth. So just knock that down. And that feels pretty good. You know what? Let's make it really good. Really get in there now. Rough it up. Alright, that's much better. Okay. Very good. This one another whammy. That looks good. Alright. So, the handlebars. This bad boy like that. We'll keep them forward a little bit for right now. Okay. Get it started. Where'd the hole go? There it is. Okay. Alright. Oh, I lost my tool. Okay. Oh yeah, that's cool. That's gonna work nice. Okay. That one's not cooperating. It's right there. All right, no big deal. Just get this kind of just slightly snug. All right. Yeah, because the handlebars are too far forward, but that's just because of the brake cable deal here. So take the brake cable. Oh, it's got to go on the bottom, right? Come on now, don't fight me. Out the front. All right. Get out of there. All right. Now, because everything else had enough slack, we could pull these forward. Or backwards, actually. All right. Towards me. On the bike. All right. Yeah, that's going to be much better. And that's not the right socket. And woof. Oh, that's badass. All right, they're not super tight. I got to snug them up a little more. But the okay, the throttle cable is got to get a little relief. Not a problem. And the brake cable needs to be kind of rerouted. But at any rate, there you have it, man. Mini bike handlebar risers are on. We had to do a little slight modification with cutting the bolts. And yeah, man, we're looking good. So, you know, I like to ride the mini bike too. The mini bike is my daughter's mini bike. And, you know, she grew a little bit. And when she rides it, you know, the bars were just a little too low. And this riser is was the answer, you know. And like I said, you know, it's good for me too. So let's, without further ado, see what we're going to do with the brake cable. All right. All right. So I'm going to take it and we're going to go through here now. And hopefully this will work. You know, give me the slack that I need. And I think it will. And of course I could be wrong. But no, it's definitely going to work. Definitely going to work. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're going to be throwing some rooster tails with this bad boy. Because obviously, as you can see, it's modified. Nothing crazy. It's really like a stage 1 / stage 2 build. You know, the thing used to do 23 miles an hour, and we kind of got bored with that. You know, after you ride it for a little while, you're like, this thing is fun, but it needs to be faster. So with the mods that are in place, the governor was removed. And, you know, because the governor only lets it go to like, I think, 3,500. So now I have a governor in the coil. And it doesn't let it go past 6,500, which is good because I don't have a billet connecting rod in this thing yet, or a billet piston for that matter. You know, I think a lot of guys make the mistake where they put the billet rod in the thing and they still got the chintzy piston in there. I don't know if that piston's really going to go, you know, 7,000, 8,000 RPMs or higher. But anyway, this is going to be cool. Over here, I'll put a zip tie. And then, you know, when we get it back, it's obviously, you know, not going to be tight to the frame, but that's not a problem. It doesn't matter. And then, of course, the throttle cable has to be moved a little bit. So I have to take the seat off to address that because there's zip ties under there that are holding it right where it is. Okay. Alright, so see the throttle cable has that big loop in it. So we're just going to get that to go forward. See, plenty of slack with the throttle cable. We'll get it a little tighter. So I'm going to have to cut that one, maybe not. Yeah. And there's one under the tank. That one's not real tight. That's good. It's just snug. Should be able to slide her along. All right. All right. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Look at that. Well, that's actually even better. Oh yeah. So there you have it. Throw a zippy on there now. Nope, wrong drawer. Okay. I need a bunch of these. Right now we need one. And let's see. Obviously we're not going to go in the same spot. Alright. And you dig it, I can dig it. Right. So, I only moved it a little bit. And slackage is looking good. Alright. The ignition wire, no problem. And then we want to put the zip ties on with the bars turned all the way to the left. Right? That's what it's looking like. Handlebars turned all the way to the left so we can really get this right. So like right there. 2 zip ties. Let's see. Ain't like that. No, that's good like that. Alright. That one. And oh, right, like that. Keep them uniform. Why not? I mean, why not? Make it neat. Keep it nice. And I think that's going to do it. So that was the only thing with the handlebar risers. Right, as you can see here, the brake cable, you know, is a little closer up towards the engine, but it's not hitting it. It's not a problem by any means. It's just, you know, the way it was before. It ran along the frame, and now it's above the frame, and that's it. We're going to throw a zip tie over here. Yeah, one right there where my thumb is. Should be copacetic. And that's going to do it. I'm probably going to go back and put a little bit of Loctite on those threads, because this thing does vibrate. And I've got like Loctite on everything, so what the heck. Put some Loctite on those bolts, and they look pretty slick too. I think they look sharp. Overall, it doesn't look like awkward or anything. It actually looks like correct. So anyway, not a big deal. Just thought I would share this part of the improvements that I've done to this. And that's that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.